We did it! We're back. Round 3, Battle Arena.
Part of the Trinity Force Network. You can find it at the TrinityForceNetwork.com, where you'll find links to all the podcasts that they put up, including the T-Force proper, the LCS Rundown, OzLOL, which covers all of the Australian LOL scene, and the newest podcast, Four Awards Podcast, which is more focused to you beginner players out there, and they kind of cover the basics and help you grow and become a better League player, which is, hey, what we're doing here too, Battle Arena. Anybody from bronze to gold can play. We're here to just help out, commentate on the game, and hey, you get to have your game live on Twitch and eventually uploaded to YouTube, so that's pretty cool too. I'm here. My name's Ugly Tuka. I'm here with Kargans. Game 3. I think I'm getting a little tired, but I think this next game is going to be pretty great. And yeah, I don't think I have anything else to add. Kargans?
Not much to add so far, other than we also do have a D&D group. I know that's not League of Legends related.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Small little plug. Small little plug. We do have a D&D thing that happens on the channel as well. We've got a lot of stuff going on here in the upcoming weeks.
Yeah,
there's
there's
Pathfinder team. We've got some other stuff going on. I can't remember the names of it right offhand because I'm terrible at plugging stuff. I believe this is why I needed Lishuk to give me a list. Pathfinder. Oh yeah, Apocalypse World. So if you love Apocalypse, and then Traveler, so a bunch of random stuff there. And those are like we've got sci-fi based, your regular fantasy D&D based stuff, and that's on the network too and on the YouTube, so you can catch up on what's happened in the Pathfinder campaigns. I'm in it. I play a character named Kargi. I am original.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to check out. So you'll definitely find something interesting on that network to hold your attention for a couple hours every week. And this is one of the slower ban phases I've seen.
Yeah. It's interesting that that's the second Vayne ban we've seen.
It is. She's like, I think, the second most popular ADC right now, to tell the truth, in ranked. Which is
that's why
confusing
I play so much
to me.
Nami. Like I always want to like play a different champion, and like I play Vayne. I'm like, well, you need protection. Let me Nami. And we'll go play in the bot lane. It looks like they also missed a ban too.
What's the channel name? Oh, twitch.tv/TForcePodcast2. That's the number 2, not the word 2, but yeah, T-Force Podcast 2.
Yep.
I could probably actually just type it in. Wait, why is he asking if he's in the channel? No!
Yeah, I was waiting for you to come to that realization. I just wanted to give you your natural, like...
Oh, man, yeah, ugh. Sorry. I just need to drink some more of this delicious Coke Zero to help pep me up and get ready to cast for the rest of the game.
He wants to know about the YouTube.
Oh, that's just,
I'll get the link.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
That makes a lot more sense for what he's asking.
Oh yeah, the name of youtube.com/T-Force Podcast. I'll put it in chat because I'm a nice guy. There you go. But that happened 15 seconds ago, so
yeah.
When you're hearing it, because time travel. Oh hey, Callista. Pineapples win with Shyvana.
Yeah.
And there's a Master Yi.
Oh boy, I think we're actually gonna see a Devourer this game. I think that'll be the first one so far.
Maybe. We have not seen the new Devourer out. I talked about how I would like to see Trundle with Devourer. I'm gonna tweak around with them in some normals.
Oh, definitely.
I feel like that would work. Like in terms of like a 1 damage item, that I feel like that Trundle will get good advantage of that. Corki and Lee Sin. Okay.
I like those picks.
Yeah.
I bet he's going mid. No. Oh, maybe. Oh, maybe. No, there's Victor. Okay.
The Duke of Bumpkin?
Bumpin'. Like, you bump and grind.
Oh.
I crump. I'm a crumper. But
Okay,
some
you're
people
pumping.
choose to bump, and that's fine
Okay.
too.
As you can obviously tell, ladies and gentlemen, I do neither of these. I'm almost 30. What do you want from me? I don't know how to do this. What music? Yeah.
Are you trolling about the Devour build on Trundle? I don't think so. Like before it was nerfed, like 2 months ago, whenever that was, the original one before they
Yeah.
remade it here. He was actually pretty strong on it, I thought. But
Yes.
you know,
So the things to think about with that Phantom Strike, because the Phantom Strike doesn't apply. It's not. It doesn't affect like the light singular passive, the E extra strike, yada yada yada.
right?
Trundle's a different animal altogether. Because what Trundle does when he uses Chomp, because this is what it's going to be centered around, and why I'm theory crafting this a little bit.
Mhm.
He chomps, right, and that's an auto attack reset. That's not an additional attack, and because of the Chomp, it gives him an AD boost, and that's just what he gets. That's just an upgrade. So, and Trundle always likes attack speed. That's why most Trundles, recommendedly, they build a Blade of the Ruin King. So Devour kind of fits in that line as well. So it also switches up his damage a little bit, so he's not a pure physical damage dealer. He has a little bit of magic damage.
Yeah.
So it works.
So it looks like the teams are all locked and set.
Oh, that's actually a really good team comp from both sides. I like
Yeah.
both, actually.
I like him. I'm also
Super-
excited to see Syndra without her bugs.
Yes!
Woo!
I've been wanting to
Yay.
play more Syndra because I want a mid laner in my life.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
also go through many mid laners, believe me.
I don't mid lane much. I'm a
Yeah.
support main, and it's really hard to take a Nami into the mid lane. It doesn't really work that well. I mean, you could make it work, but why don't do that? So I always looked at Syndra like, yeah, Syndra, and then apparently a lot of bugs happened, and then
Yeah.
gotcha for a while. But Syndra's bugs have been fixed, and AP item changes happened, which something we haven't talked about either. I mean, this mid lane might be a little bit different, or they might just stay the same on builds.
I feel like what they were really going for those AP item rework was just having a ton of different, more viable paths, or I don't know, but yeah, we'll see. I wish I could play. I wish I played a lot of games today, but instead, I was working. So
Yeah, me too.
too bad.
I don't see with most mid lane assassins like Syndra, I don't see a huge deviation from builds, so to speak. There is like maybe in a situation where you're going against like an AD assassin, the option of going tier C arm guard into finishing that tier quicker, because the AP off that item is a little bit better, so you're going to power spike a little bit better off that item.
Yeah.
I could see that being a little bit better.
Yeah.
But I think overall, most AP champions are still going to want Void Staff. They're still going to want Death Cap. They're still going to want their CDR item, and they're going to get their boots. So it limits the options that you can pick. So I'm most likely thinking like you might get Azonia's Hourglass, and Ludens might go to the wayside in terms of some champions are going to want Rallies, some champions are going to want Liandry's, depending on what synergizes better.
Yeah, like I feel like Rylai's and Liandry's aren't just things that you get on Swain or certain champs now. There, it's available to all champs in the mid lane almost.
Yes.
But yeah.
I'm almost wondering with those changes to Rod of Ages as well.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
almost feel like is there a possibility that, and again I'm kind of just running through numbers. Could you go Rowan to Lucidity Boots and then get like a Liandry's and go like some sort of weird alt build with a Rallies?
Maybe. I have no idea.
Yeah.
That's us support players. We don't know the game.
we don't know APs. I'm definitely afraid of like a return of Zyra in the support role.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was pretty fun to play. I can't do it anymore. It's just so squishy. And yeah. Maybe not necessarily. Maybe more Vel'Koz also is what I was thinking too. But
Possibly. Yeah. Vel'Koz's damage comes from more like cooldowns than just his true damage. His AP scaling's okay. It's not phenomenal. But I see what you're getting at, because he can go Rallies, Liandry's, and then like a Death Cap, and he's not going to be down too much. Yeah, I could see that.
Pineapple says, "Who's chained for pineapples?" And since I am casting this game, I can't cheer for a side, so I can't pick. But I wonder if you guys out there Which side do you decide to pick and root for, or which team do you think is just gonna flat out win? Do you think that Lee Sin will take the early game and dominate Yi in his own jungle, or do you think Victor will be able to control mid lane against Syndra? That's a pretty big skill matchup right there, that Victor versus Syndra, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's going to be very reliant on hitting your skill shots and duck, dodge, diving, and dodge. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be a fun lane. We'll see if anybody gets the upper hand there. I don't know. I really can't point out a clear victor other than like the one in the mid lane, but that's a whole
Yeah.
nother.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that frown. Oh, well.
It?
Oh, people's rankings that they show when they're in a custom game.
Oh.
It's not always what it seems. Just look at Jeffy Pants. No. I want to do a Master Yi dodge Lee Sin Q with his own Q. Yeah, he probably does win 1v1 if he does. If he does dodge it. Ooh, Hot Rod Corky. That's a cool skin. Top lane. Garen was once again going for lane domination, and Shyvana's looking to probably just push the lane, keep a high CS score, try not to die, and then just teleport when it best suits her team. I don't know exactly who's going to win in that matchup. It's pretty even.
Yeah, I think Garen, if he goes back, depending on what Garen decides to build, I'd almost like to see maybe an early Kindle Gem if he's going Black Cleaver, but either way, some health early on to deal with Shyvana's mixed damage in lane,
Yeah.
and then kind of just bulk up a bit.
Yeah, so his W activation, if he times that right, that can mitigate a lot of that mixed damage.
Yes.
That'd be the way he can get ahead, I feel like. Bot lane, Janna and Jinx versus Thresh and Corki. A lot of it depends on Thresh and the skill shots he can land.
Oh yeah, this is one of those lanes where supports need to, or not need to, but this is going to be where supports are going to shine in terms of lane dominance. If Janna's good with her disengage, is able to use her tornadoes to kind of keep Thresh from engaging too solidly and using her ultimate to disengage a fight altogether, then Jinx should be able to safely deal her damage. But if Thresh is able to kind of work around that and find Jinx in a poor position, that burst from Corki, and especially at level 6 with that poke, could mean a very, very easy kill.
Yep. Alright, finally loaded into game. Here we go.
Oh, boom, perfect.
Ooh, looks like we got a call for an early invade.
Let's whisper about it.
We will.
Super sneaky.
I forget how long the delay is.
Have a lot of CC. And Pineapples is taking a pineapple AFK.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. And that's just moving.
Pulling up. Looks like they're just picking out so they can get ward.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. Good. Those are the words you need.
Yeah, that's a pretty deep board there. They really want to know where Lee Sin's starting.
Yeah.
Which is good, because he's one of the few people who's going to gank at level 2 or 3. I feel like he can do those if he really wants to.
All lanes seem to have pretty standard starts too. Not too much to comment on.
Yeah.
I'm still not a huge fan of an early ward as a support. it's really useful, but it's going to diminish the amount of health you have in lane. That being said, it's a Janna lane. The only person that's really going to be doing a lot of poke damage is going to be Jinx.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm not in love with it, but I'm also not going to be in hate with it. I'm not going to discourage too much vision.
Yeah. Here we go, mid lane. Looks like Shyvana did an early camp. She did Wraiths.
Yeah.
And then going up to the level 2. Hopefully didn't miss too much.
That's a pretty quiet lane. Or quiet start.
Yeah,
It's an honest third cap. Oh.
Whoa! Did she hit him with Flame Breath? Is that how she got those autos?
I think so.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
This is weird. Her W is like going in and out for me. Must be a
Weird.
visual thing. Yeah, nice early kill.
Yeah. That's that Shyvana mixed damage coming in. Shoves that out and she's gonna go and looks like attack Scuttle Crab.
Yeah. Yeah, bot lane's really quiet.
Yeah.
They aren't even looking to trade with each other really. Oh, here we go. There's an auto.
That being said, Jinx like have a rocket.
Yeah. And I expect it to be a little quiet, but I feel like we're gonna see a lot of Lee Sin in the lanes here pretty soon.
I hope so. That the Scuttle Crab that he took should alert at least Victor where Lee Sin is.
I don't think he saw him.
Like, nope.
That looks like a flash. Alright. Well, flash blown. This could be a lane he comes back to once Syndra gets some of her mana back somehow. She might have to back before anything can be accomplished mid lane.
Yep, but that is a fair window. Lee
It
Sin
is.
come back there, I think, at level 6 and down some doors.
Mhm.
So he's gonna go back now.
Yep.
He doesn't. Shinra doesn't have quite. Man, I don't know.
Does
if
she
he's
have
got
enough to pull off a stun? Oh.
Oh.
Never mind.
That's good. Just zone off a little bit. That'll work. He's not wasting too much time on it. to his
Yeah.
credit. So
He's going for
still
the
hitting
gank.
camps.
It's not there. He'll leave. That is one thing I struggle with as a jungler's your management of time, because if you waste even 1 second, you're falling behind.
Yeah.
It's such a pain. Whereas when you're in bot lane, you can just chill there all day, not have to worry about anything.
Oh yeah.
Focus on farming.
Farm
Okay,
until
so
I get my BF sword. BF
Yeah.
sword.
I'm looking at how Janna uses her tornadoes. She's using them pretty aggressively,
Yeah.
and using them whenever Thresh is running away. If you're gonna use them aggressively or proactively, try to do it to when Thresh is like walking up to attempt to auto or hook or flay Jinx. But
Both those guys are really all in.
oh, here
all
we
buried.
go, jungler face off. E has a level up on E. Oh, he's going in on him.
And health. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh. He's got backup.
nice flash away by E.
overall, good response to bot lane, showing up, help out Lee Sin, who was in need of help there.
Yeah, if he had landed that flash
Diana.
hook, that would have been game over for Master Yi there.
Yeah. Also good heal from Jinx, saving Miss Gianna. I don't know what got her caught out that bad, but
Yeah.
good job on using heal. There's been far too many situations as a support where that heal comes just a second too late and you get really sad.
I know that feeling.
Like, no.
Looks like Lee Sin's about to make a visit top lane. But luckily, Shyvana had a ward placed. Oh! She walked back for some reason. Minion creep.
Might have needed Dragon's Set a little bit sooner.
Mm-hmm. Try to Dragon out of the way of Lee Sin Q. Maybe. But yeah. Nice gank by Lee Sin. Getting that early pressure going. Oh. Almost. He's actually coming in. Is he gonna counter jungle? Oh boy, this is risky by him.
Yeah.
He's actually gonna go down to gank. Nice gank path. Oh, you can't wait when you do that.
Yeah, you just gotta go. Gotta believe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, something's happening mid. Oh. Close call for both.
Yeah. Fortunately, Cinder didn't have Ignite. I'm thinking, oh, there's Lee.
Yep.
Lee's gonna clean it up.
Maybe. Oh. There's the gravity field. Oh. Oh.
Where's your ward? There it is. Good job.
There it is. Yeah.
Looking to contest that. Nobody's really backing him up.
Yeah. Oh man.
And meditate.
Oh, the Q almost dodged. Almost. Oh, that was so close. Dang. Bot lane's still quiet. Perfect gold. Oh, never mind. Red team's up by 100 gold now. Now it's dead.
Garen just needs to farm this wave. And all will be well.
Yeah. Looks like Garen. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. No, go ahead, because Garen's getting pretty low.
He's getting low, and also he bought a cloth armor on his first back.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what best itemization would be against Shyvana, and health is probably part of it. I wonder if he just didn't have enough money for it.
It wasn't. He died very early. He probably should have backed once that gank happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then immediately, ooh. Oh, pineapples.
Oh wow, I didn't even see that. Lee Sin really making his presence felt here.
Yeah.
Trying to get as much done as possible with a devourer jungle on the other team. With his little puppy running after him. Look at that.
I don't know. Garen looks like he's wanting to go into... What's Garen building? I actually don't know now.
That looks like the beginning of Yomu's, because I believe Brawler's Glove builds into that one critical strike item that gives gold. Average Blade, yeah. So, yeah, it's looking like that's what he's going for.
But he turned the longsword into Brutalizer, got a Ruby Crystal, and then Brawler's Gloves.
Yeah.
When you're building, kind of want to have like an idea and a gameplay and setup.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of pieces to a puzzle. You want to get one side of it set up first. I'm not too. I don't hate the brutalizer pickup. I think that's a-okay.
Nice flash.
I would like to see maybe a Kindle Gem. I believe you would have been able to afford that. Avarice Blade, you don't necessarily need it, Garen. Youmuu's is cool and all. But I think right now in this matchup, you need a little bit of durability. And a Kindle Gem would have been just what the doctor ordered, and you would have had 20% CDR in that lane, and that would have been great.
Ooh!
Woohoo!
There it is. That's gonna be, yeah, that's gonna be enough.
Yeah.
He's coming down for the gank bot lane. Oh. Does he have ult? No, apparently not.
He really wanted. He should have taken that lantern home.
Very rarely is it a bad idea to take the lantern. It's much safer than taking the Q. Usually.
Bit of a dangerous spot there.
Oh, protect privacy. You see the names on the sides. We see their names when we draft too. Oh.
But I guess I was saying earlier, because Shyvana's doing a good job just kind of shoving this lane, keeping Garen under tower. Got that teleport advantage. I'd like to see a deep ward from Janna so she can visit bot lane. I think they could probably turn something there. Or get a tower, I mean that works too.
Yeah.
Looks like Garen actually sold the Brawler's gloves.
Oh man. Alright. Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Went with Spectre's Cowl, which will help protect against the burnout damage, but it's not going to do much against the auto attacks. Oh well.
The health will be useful.
It will be, yeah.
It's not a terrible pickup. I'm not gonna hate on it too much. It's definitely a defensive item. Which is probably just what the doctor ordered here.
So it looks like Shyvana's gonna try and roam and make a play happen after pushing in that turret. She can make a big impact here if she ults in now. Ults in now.
There you go. Ooh. Hey, good smite.
Oh.
Oh, that kick.
Yeah. It looked like Shyvana was focused on getting
Scuttle Crab.
Skeletal Crab for a split second longer than she planned on doing, but yeah.
Yeah, she's hit Scuttle, and then a Syndra showed up. She's like, oh, hi.
Yeah.
I was just here to get this crab. Dragon Descent. It was interesting that Scuttle Crab went that far. I feel like if it gets to that point, you're just like, well, I guess I should just gank while I'm here, right?
Yeah. Especially when Victor's a little low on health, fighting for his life. That's
that deep ward that I was talking about. They push in again. Shyvana has an opportunity to really jump in that lane once she's got her rage.
She has an opportunity to push hard and be available for her team if they decide to do Dragon.
Yes.
Because I feel like she could keep Garen in the top lane and then make that a 5v4 Dragon if the blue team decides to contest it. Oh, Lee Sin coming back in.
Oh, Victor's on the roam. Blue team's still pushing. They don't have the ward coverage out yet.
No. Oh, Janna really low. Nice ulti though.
Well, can they get something off that?
Doesn't look like they'll actually be able to. Oh, Lee Sin's in a troublesome spot.
Yeah, one last auto. Got it.
And there's the reset for the Jinx. The other reset, I don't think she's gonna be able to get. Oh, Syndra with the nice roam. She can get a triple here, maybe. Oh. Oh, they're all so low.
Fresh. No.
Oh man.
Good roam and good fight though from red team. Well done. That was that teleport that I was waiting for.
Yep. They won't be able to take anything else off of that fight. They're all too low, but
yeah.
In fact, staying around, Victor's playing it a bit risky.
In route.
I think he sees that Syndra has no mana. But oh, Garen, buddy, you need to be there.
Yeah, you can't just hide in a bush and not.
Once you see that hook go out, you need to start moving, so
Yeah.
you can be there in time to help affect the fight.
So, so this gig was made possible due to lack of words. Mr. Thrash,
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to you for a minute. You and me, come here. Let's have some fun dialogue. Face the Mountain's a really good item. I love it. It's amazing. It gives your ADC a great shield. It gives any squishy target a great shield, or even yourself if you're in a little bit of danger. Take 800 gold and kind of get Sightstone first. That the wards that you get from that are super important. Like having those 3 wards would have shown Victor's roam, and you would have known you would have been in a bit of a bind, and would have backed off sooner. So get the ward first, or Sightstone first, because as soon as you build it, good flash.
I recommend both Sightstone, and I also recommend getting boots pretty early as well.
Yeah, Face the Mountain's great. Getting that vision control is even better earlier, because you run a risk not having any vision control, and that roam that came down with a teleport really put you in a bad position. If you had gotten that read a little bit sooner, you guys could have backed off. You could have just started walking, thrown a lantern, pinged and say, Corki, we're out. This isn't our fight, we can't. And then you would have been able to back off, and you would have been safe. So just get that Sightstone first.
Yeah. Nice move by Shyvana there to take the dragon.
Yeah.
There it is. Oh, the flash ulti. They're gonna get a double kill here. Wow.
Yeah.
Jaina, I like the chutzpah. Maybe, I don't know, flash ulti on Jaina's a little... I feel like you would have had the kill anyways.
Yeah.
But, I think they had a little bit of vision too to know that Victor wasn't coming, or that Syndra wasn't coming down too, but sometimes it's better to save it mostly for peel. It's really hard to utilize offensively unless it's a very clear-cut situation. But good job overall. Corki, you see Thresh dying, kinda gotta let him go sometimes.
Yeah. Just say, you're my friend, but I can't save you.
You can still be friends. Oh boy.
Ooh. Like he's having some.
Whoa. He paused and then he left the game? Huh?
Might be. Is he resetting? I wonder if he's just resetting and reconnecting.
Maybe. We'll give him a couple minutes here.
Yo, Pineapples, did he say anything? Anybody on Red Team, if you're listening? Did he actually say anything?
Yeah, he was the one who paused it. That's weird. Oh, he's back.
I think he was relogging client. It looks like it's just gonna be a short pause, so no fears. Anything else on builds that you're noticing? I saw Pineapples got blown up by Syndra.
Oh yeah.
He might not have enough MR to fight that.
He has no MR. Yeah, no. No MR to fight that.
That's why you exploded.
There's not a ton of MR on the enemy team, so you might just get away with building an early Spectre's Cowl and then leaving it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just remember what you have defensively before you decide to face somebody in a mano-y-mano combat.
Yeah.
Looks like we have a bunch of things about to happen mid lane. Garen's crashing down. Oh no! Now that attention's being moved bot lane, here we go again. Lee Sin with an excellent gank.
Beautiful.
Oof.
Oh,
there's Syndra.
Yeah, I don't know if they want this fight still. Wow.
Oh boy.
Hey, I want to play some more Syndra. He's in a bit of trouble. Eventually, there we go.
Game is still really close gold-wise.
Yes.
But that was a great movement by blue team. Like, that was excellent gank by Lee Sin. But, yeah. They followed up.
Yeah, Lee's got a lot of kills. I liked him if the opportunity presents itself, start handing kills over to possibly Corki or Syndra.
Yeah.
I know that's a little bit more difficult to do.
Sometimes it's a tall order to do because you just want to make sure secure the kill. But yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes continuing to snowball as opposed to giving up a possible casualty or a kill is.
And I don't necessarily mind him building a lot of damage.
Yeah.
I'll be looking to see what his third item is here. But I do like the boots of mobility by a lot.
Yeah.
That just helps increase his early game pressure so much.
Yeah, he's got a cloth armor. He's probably looking to itemize a little bit of armor, which would be perfect against them. He has a few options ahead of him, though, so... Yeah, it's good so far. I would like to see him get a sweeper, though.
A sweeper would be good. I'm thinking items that'd be good for against red team. Probably Frozen Heart at some point, just because Shyvana auto attacks a lot. Yi auto attacks all the time, and Jinx. That'd probably be a good item to have at some point, whether it's Thresh or Lee Sin. Not Lee Sin can't really build it. Neither can Garen, I guess.
Yeah. That is a Thresh specific item today.
Yeah. Looks like blue team wants to make something happen here.
Dragon's not up for a couple minutes. No need to party too hard in the river just yet. Garen is getting effectively tanky though. Shyvana's not quite hitting him as hard.
Yeah.
Do you think Shyvana should have probably just gone to Blade of the Rune King? As opposed to Randuin's right off the bat?
It wouldn't have been a bad idea. Yeah, that would have been fine. I think she just saw all the AD on the enemy team. With Lee Sin and recognizing the threat that he was and trying to utilize or itemize against him specifically.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I feel like either way would have been alright. Here we go.
Ooh.
Usually it's difficult for Yi when he's the one engaging, but he did a really good job there. Oh, he's down. Yeah, there's the reset. Oh, she's not gonna go for the other one. Oh well. Okay, collapse back on Thresh. Easy, safer kill. And it looks like they're actually gonna be able to take quite a bit off of that.
Yeah. He just, I guess, decided just to flick the switch and go in for it. And he did a good job too. He dodged the Scatter of the Weak from Syndra, which allowed him to continue to pick on her.
Yep. I feel like they might have been able to get a second turret out of that.
Or Dragon. Dragon's up like in 2 seconds.
Yep. And if they moved as a team to it, they might have been able to take it.
Don't forget, guys, to hit tab, check those Dragon timers. And that way you guys can be like, yeah, let's just move to Dragon, get that real quick. He was dead, but blue team wasn't in a position to contest. And when you have a Jinx on your side, objectives such as Dragon, Baron are really big in towers for that matter.
Yep. Looks like blue team's gonna try and capitalize on that. They need Corki's damage there yesterday, though.
Yeah.
He's kind of taking the scenic route.
He's already back.
Oh, Yi gets the dragon. It's gonna cost him his life.
Janna might make it out. Oh, you might go too deep.
Oh man. I feel like there would have been a Corki took a long. It seemed like maybe he was taking out a pink ward in that bot try or something. I think is what happened. But yeah, when your team decides to go for an objective and you're trying to complete it before the enemy team shows up, you need that damage there with you.
Yes, you have to be there. Syndra was dealing with the the pineapple in the top lane. You gotta
Mhm.
get there and you gotta take care of those ASAP. The longer that objective stays up, the more of an opportunity you can just kind of walk up and just throw some weight. And when is Yi ahead in level right now? No, they're in the same level, but it's still really tricky. I mean, it's a smite battle. I hate doing it, and get there.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Trying to think what each team should be doing right now to try and win the game here. What objective they should focus next?
I think whatever target Syndra and Lee Sin decide to focus on is going to die relatively quickly.
Mhm.
If they find Jinx or Victor or Yi for that matter, like they've got 3 targets of opportunity. They can, if they find a bad spot and get. Maybe no. Okay. I feel like those 2 alone can just remove a threat from their team comp.
Yeah.
Because their front line is ultimately, it's Shyvana. Shyvana is just there to peel.
Mhm.
Which, I mean, arguably, that's also Garen, and then Thresh is a little bit more durable, but he's also mostly going to be a peel set.
Mhm.
So, their team really needs to put that focus up.
What's that? Yeah. Okay. I don't know who did it, but I heard it. So.
It was Mr. Silent. He was trying to get that
Stun.
Leak.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
I don't envy Silent. He is probably one of the bigger engages, unless Lee Sin.
Like that. Like that's not the perfect target, but yeah.
If you do a lot of damage to the tank, that was their front line.
Wow. Stunned 3 of them.
I really wish they had somebody who can just capitalize on that.
Yeah.
Those stuns are beautiful, but if there's no follow-up, they have do that hook close on the hook.
Both teams are just positioning oh so carefully here for this team fight. Both teams feel like they would win a 5v5, I feel like. Victor has gotten poked down pretty low though, so I feel like blue team might actually have the advantage even though their gold lead isn't the highest.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of turning into a little bit of an ARAM.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything like inherently wrong with it, but as you can see, it's just making the game longer and everybody's losing out on farm.
Yeah. At a certain point, if you guys can't break a siege, or if you're not finding that window of opportunity, get back and get your farm, and get ahead that way. Both sides are losing waves to opposing towers.
If you find
Go
you
get that
can't,
money.
yeah, I was gonna say if you find you can't start a fight, like it's hard for you to start and engage in enemy fight, just try to keep your side waves pushed out and then prioritize Dragon, Baron items, objectives like that, so that you kind of force the enemy team to come and fight you if you're having trouble getting them to fight you. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, Yi! Whoa!
Tower.
I'm guessing he has all his stacks. Yeah, he
Yep.
doesn't have a puppy around.
Has State of Devour, Blade of the Rune King, and Yomo's Ghost Blade.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage.
Now, this is a concerning point. Lee Sin did a lot to try and get lane snowballing ahead, got a lot of kills, did very well. He kind of just farmed. You can see that in the CS. He farmed, now he's at 3 items. And unfortunately, at this point, Yee's 3 items, a little bit more powerful than Lee's 3 items. So he kind of just moved up on the priority list of people to kill.
Oh, most definitely.
Another good hook. Yeah, don't push alone. I mean, Thresh was kind of just there hanging out, waiting for his team to show up.
Whoa. Oh, Garen, you're so squishy. No.
It's less that he's squishy, it's that he's huge.
Yep. He is huge. And I think that turned the fight right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they can easily take Drake.
Yeah. There you go. Just go grab it. They're not gonna be up for a while.
Let's see here. Oh, look at you! He even went with his fourth item. He decided to go with Randuin's Omen.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that. I like those guys going a defensive item, throwing it in there.
Yeah. He kind of identified his need to go full damage. Those 3 items alone are doing plenty enough damage to their team. And that little bit of armor is going to help deal with Aaron, Lee, Corki.
Yeah.
And slow him down and let his team follow up. So that's a good itemization choice. And then Merc Treads as well. That's perfect. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to just know how much damage you need to do. Get defensive so you can do damage longer.
So you see, Thresh is almost done with his Frozen Heart, which would be a lot of help because that's the 2 main damage sources right now for red team is E and Jinx. That Frozen Heart's gonna help a lot in the next team fight.
Oh, Janet's in a pickle. Fine. Oh, poor Corki.
Oh, yeah, poor Corki.
Yeah, now blue team's gonna have to go on the retreat.
Yeah, they're in a difficult spot right now, to say the least.
Now, see, now it wouldn't be, but well, I mean, get Garen and then go get Baron.
Yeah. Oh, there's E.
There he
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa!
Yeah.
The cooldown on his Q goes down so much because of those autos. Oh man. They might be able to just end right here to tell the truth.
Yeah.
E and Jinx will take towers so fast.
God, are we actually back into an Age of E?
The golden age of E. I wouldn't be surprised if they just went straight to Baron here and then back.
Yeah.
That'd be a good safe play. I mean, I feel like they could have ended it if they.
Yeah.
It would have been risky. It would definitely have been risky. I feel like they definitely had. Oh man, Baron just melts.
Oh my god.
I wonder if Sated Devour is gonna get nerfed at all.
It's a good question.
Oh man. It is really strong on E. Look at that.
Yeah.
Well, so now that they got Baron, and they have the top inhib down, I think they might just have maybe do a 4-1 split push, have most of the team push down mid, and then have Yi push bot, because I feel like Yi can take anybody on the other team right now. And he's a threat to take your tower within 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So, I feel like that might be the best course of action, but we'll see what they decide to do here. There are plenty of ways to win this game, not just one. Oh, Jinx is doing a ton of damage now, too.
Yeah.
She just needs one reset. One reset!
There's the one. Giant rocket. Boop.
Ooh.
They're just... He's too big. Jinx is doing a metric ton of damage.
Yeah, she is doing a metric ton of damage. Wow. Yeah, Lee did do earlier well in lanes. He was doing well.
Yeah, he farmed and he hit 3 items and then became unstoppable.
Wow. That, oh my goodness. Now they got super minions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, those Jinx crits.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything blue team can do at this point.
No.
Which is unfortunate. They held on pretty well for a long time. They even had the gold lead at one point, but he came in and they didn't. They have a little bit of hard CC, but it wasn't utilized in the correct way. I feel like in those early skirmishes where Yi got a couple kills.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough. I don't like he wasn't that much of a threat in those earlier fights, but he was able to get going. I don't know what else I can say about this game. I feel like by the third game I'm usually sucking at this whole giving advice thing and casting, so hopefully I can.
With Garen top, I'll talk on you for a little bit. Cause,
Yeah.
Garen, your itemization's not terrible. I think the order in which you built items might have been a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
When you're dealing with an enemy composition, you have to take into account two things, or a few things. It's your top lane matchup, the 2v2 jungle top lane matchup, and then the rest of the comp. In this situation, most of the situation is you probably should build health and build armor early on, and then work on MR a little bit later for Victor. Banshee's Veil's not a terrible item. I would have preferred to see you go into Randuin's first, and then possibly picked up the Banshee's Veil a little bit later, or picked up some other CDR equivalent item, and then worked from there. As you saw a little bit later in that game, once Jinx got Last Whisper, she was kind of deleting your health bar by how far ahead that and Yi and Shyvana was just kind of big there in a big tank. She wasn't necessarily itemizing to kill you; she's itemizing to be a big wall.
And I don't know necessarily how well Spirit Visage synergizes well with Shyvana. I'll get to Shyvana later, but
you know, and actually Spirit Visage would have worked a lot better on Garen too. Spirit Visage works with your passive, and if you aren't aware, your passive heals for a lot of damage when out of combat. Spirit Visage includes that; it increases that by 20%. So think about picking that up as opposed to Banshee's Veil. Banshee's is fine, but it's kind of Spirit Visage is a little bit better for you.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see what else we got here. Corki, you did okay. Your lane, it was a very quiet lane. Recommendation for you after Training Force. A lot of Corki's build Sorcerer Shoes because a lot of his damage is actually magic based. With his rockets, with his phosphorus bombs, just his general poke. So if you pick up Sorcerer Shoes, you'll do a lot more damage because a lot of champions don't scale with MR. Mostly it's just big tanky bruisers like Shyvana. Everybody else doesn't have a passive MR scaling, so adding that gives you a huge spike along with your Trinity Force.
Yeah.
So try picking up those Sorcerer Shoes and seeing how that feels. And then after that, Blade of the Rune King's not such an ideal item. It's great for when you're trying to escape. I would have liked Bloodthirster a little bit more to help synergize with that damage.
Yeah.
So try the Trinity Force Bloodthirster Sorcerer Shoes combo. I think that might have worked a little bit better. If you're dealing with more tanks, Blade of the Rune King's a fine choice as well.
The
auto attack as much.
Yeah. I can talk a little bit about Lee Sin. He did a really good job of getting kills in lane. The thing was, none of those kills translated to early objectives. And you kind of want to do that, especially against a Yi farming in the jungle with Devourer. You want to try and prioritize deleting the enemy team's map presence. Like, if you get, you can get that kill top or kill mid, that's great. Now see if you can just get as much damage as possible on the tower and try to take away that tower from the enemy team so that your team feels more at home in the enemy jungle. Because the more you take over their jungle, the longer it's going to take for Yi to get to his certain amount of stacks and power spikes. So yeah, try to focus more on getting early objectives along with those kills. You were awesome at that, affecting the lanes early on. That didn't necessarily translate to those lanes winning and taking tower right away, which is a bit of a bummer. And also, maybe every once in a while think about going into the enemy jungle and you know, trying to kill Yi before he gets too many items. But yeah. Did you want to add anything about Lee Sin?
Not really. I think he did pretty well. He worked really hard to get lanes ahead. He ganked a lot. He did what Lee Sin does. Just maybe focus on that objective control a little bit more, and I think you'll see games kind of swing more to your favor. I think I want to talk about Thresh a little bit, though.
Okay.
Yeah. Thresh, buddy. So with supports, it's always a tough call when it comes to like itemization in the early game. You really want to make sure you're itemizing so you can help your team out the most. Thresh, your build here on paper is great. Face the Mountain Sightstone, Frozen Heart, all great items. You should have built them. No complaints there. Moby Boots, perfect choice. Upgraded Sweeper, love all of it. Itemization order, it becomes a real big key factor later on when you start climbing up in Elo and you deal with junglers who know that your lane exists and want to hit it. What I recommend doing, going straight to Sightstone first. With Face of the Mountain, your charges are on a sort of static recharge timer. And as long as you're popping them on a regular, consistent basis, you're not going to be gaining any more or losing any more gold effect after you upgrade. Getting that Sightstone is free gold, effectively, because you're getting free vision. And vision is king in League. The more vision you have, you know where your enemy is, and you know where you can kind of plan your next attack. And the big thing that I saw that kind of exemplified that was that gank when everyone roamed bot and just showed up and unfortunately ruined your day. A little bit of ward coverage there would have been perfect for that. So try and get Sightstone first and get that ward control and establish vision dominance. And let that kind of snowball your lane in your games. Because if you get ahead in that lane and you've got the vision where the jungler can't fix that, you're in a good spot.
I want to go a little bit back to Lee Sin. I would just want to say I really liked the items and the order you purchased them in. Your item build perfect. Don't listen to Wale on Lee Sin. No, he's not bad. He just believes in the full damage Lee Sin philosophy. And even if you do build full damage Lee Sin, you're not gonna kill a full damage Master Yi. So at a certain point. But yeah, anyways, going on. Syndra, she did pretty well. Her items. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of want to talk to some of these people after these games about these AP items. I just want to know what they felt like for them. If there was a significant difference they noticed or anything like that. But yeah, the item build seemed well. She got a couple early kills. She basically won lane against Victor, I feel like.
Yeah. That I think is gonna break down too, because I think Victor, mechanically speaking, has a. I don't want to say Syndra has a low skill ceiling, because Syndra has a very high skill ceiling, just with her abilities and kind of working on positioning. I think Victor though is a much more mechanically intense champion. Like you have to weave in auto attacks to trade effectively.
Yeah.
And that becomes very difficult when you try and deal with a Syndra in particular.
Yeah, it is. Alright, cool. Hey, you did pretty well. It was just, things broke down very fast for blue team.
Yeah.
Like it was just one thing and then boom, 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 like 5 more right after.
Yeah. I think there was a ticking time bomb on this game in particular, especially with the Jinx and a Master Yi. Yeah. Those two champions picked up items, and unfortunately, blue team. I guess I haven't talked about that at all. Blue team, composition-wise, is a very early game team. Lee Sin's very early game. Corki is very early game, especially with that Trinity Force comes into play. And there was no real opportunity to really capitalize on that. And that's not necessarily against any of you. It's one of those. At a certain point, Yi hit 3 items and Jinx hit 3 items, and they suddenly were dealing a lot of damage. Yeah. And that's hard to deal with.
It is. Going to Jinx. Yeah, Jinx did a great job again. So, yeah. I think CS is okay. Garen, I think, could use a lot of practice in the CS department. Same with Shyvana. I saw a lot of missed early CS. Shyvana did itemize alright. I don't necessarily like Spirit Visage on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, Banshee's Veil I think works better.
I would have liked to see 1 damage item on Shyvana.
Oh yeah, that would have been nice too. Even if you stop that Cutlass.
Yeah.
Or just something, because you got the longsword there. Don't look at my CS. We're gonna look at it. I'm sorry.
We're gonna look at everything.
You had some pretty good TPs. But yeah, just maybe switch out Banshee's Veil and maybe incorporate a damage item so you can get. I felt like you could have snowballed top a little bit harder.
Yeah. If you're ahead, keep pushing for that.
Yeah. Yeah, you were the only tank on your team, but yeah. Victor. I didn't notice that much about Victor. He kind of fell behind in lane a bit. Syndra was able to get long range stuns on him, which is tough to deal with. Yeah, I don't know.
It's tricky too in that matchup because Syndra is one of those interesting champions where when her primary harass with Q is she can continue moving while casting it. So you have to play this pretty juggle heavy game, and with Victor's main trade being I forget what it's called, but it's that not the laser, but it's the I don't play Victor enough.
Yeah, neither do I.
It's the shield trait thing where you zap them and then your auto attack becomes empowered. You got to maximize that. Really benefit your trades a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? You did fine. It's just Syndra's level 6. It's pretty scary.
It is. It's very scary.
Like it's throw 50 spells at your face and here's some orbs. Are you dead yet? Well, you can't be in lane anymore.
Yeah.
Go do that again in 90 seconds. I'll see you then.
I'm gonna touch on Jaina real quick before we get to E.
Sure.
I thought she did really well. She didn't have to peel that much, to tell the truth. Lee Sin was able to actually get a few effective ganks on them bot lane.
Yeah.
Like yeah. So it's a little tough to peel with Jaina, especially when you have to aim that tornado. But more practice, and you should be able to neutralize Lee Sin when he tries to gank you. So there's like a couple missed tornadoes and stuff like that, but you tended to use tornado aggressively, like as they're running away from a trade, and that's fine. It's just that it leaves you open. If you miss it, it leaves you quite vulnerable. It's one of your main tools of disengage. But otherwise, you played very well. I like your items. That Mikhail's, because Thresh was hitting his hooks. I like the stuns that come out from Syndra. I really like Mikhail's. It allows you to save your teammates. That was a perfect item choice. Yeah, besides that, not much. I guess we can talk a little bit about E and how he kind of...
Can I not like Ruby Sightstone?
Can you not like Ruby Sightstone?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can.
Yeah, stick on Sightstone. Upgrading Ruby Sightstone gives you health, but it's one of those items where like you only get you're paying a lot of gold for a little bit of health and an extra ward charge.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems kind of good on paper, but when you really start to like dig down and think about it, if you're running out of wards a lot, it's because you're not going back to base enough.
Yeah.
That gold that you invest in that Ruby Sightstone could have given you an earlier Mikhail's, an earlier Talisman, and then like an earlier Frozen Heart. It just puts you behind in your build. And that's 800 gold that you could invest elsewhere. That'll help your team out. Like an extra ward charge is eh.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
And
you did great.
Yeah, and I can't say I don't think I can say too much about Master E either. He did his game plan, which was farm, counter gank, counter engage, and then once he was strong enough, just go full steam and time your Qs right, W at the right times. Like he was pretty good at those. He was like he engaged by himself a couple times and was able to stay alive and use his abilities properly to survive during that time for his team to catch up and help him clean up. But
yeah, I know you did a good job.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I'm kind of tired now. I wish I could give you guys more detail. Probably would have been able to give you more detail game 1, but hopefully you guys found enough that you learned something, anything. Maybe you found something we are wrong at. Hey, that'd be cool. Go ahead and let us know.
Yeah, if you got any questions, please ask. You know, I'm happy to answer questions. You got feedback, send it to feedback@trinityforcepodcast.com. If you hated me, if you loved me, if you love to hate me, you know what? Either one of those is fine with me.
And we're always open to talk. So if you find us in the T-Force chat room or on our TeamSpeak server, go ahead and just track us down and talk with us. We're always open to talk. And anything? I guess the only thing I can say now is that this battle arena was unofficially sponsored by Coke Zero and not Diet Coke. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you guys for joining us. Remember to check out TrinityForceNetwork.com. Check out all those podcasts. They're all awesome. And it's 5 hours of content a week. Sure to make your boring weekdays go by. And we'll see you soon. Saturday, Bronze Boot Camp starts at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, noon Eastern Time. And otherwise, I'll probably see you guys next week. Bye.
Have a good night, everybody.